I think what you just touched on, the stress, my dad, anytime I've had an issue, my dad would say, well, what's going on emotionally? And, I'm really on this new path where I was on such a strict diet. I was on the AIP diet for years. I didn't touch gluten unless I was in Europe. I didn't touch any processed sugar. I only ate low glycemic fruit. I was only eating blueberries. I eliminated everything, right?
Yeah.
And I was so extreme. And to be honest with you, it didn't make me feel any better because I think there were emotional things that were going on. And I think, I hate to say it, but I think if you are emotionally balanced and truly happy and you have good relationships around you, that supersedes anything you eat for the most part. And I'm not saying to go out and, have McDonald's or fast food, but there is a stronger correlation with the emotional body, and how that affects your health versus how food is affecting you. I truly believe that because for the first time since my last truly pain-free period of cycles, where I had months and months being pain-free, was December 2013. I've been pain-free since July right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not throwing up. I've thrown up, I'd say 11 out of 12 periods a month since 2014. Almost every month I'm on the floor throwing up. I've been great since the end of July. And I think that has to do with relationships. And I think it has to do with physical movement. Mm-hmm. I've been working out with Madonna's ex-trainer. He trained her for the Blonde Ambition tour. And he's responsible for making her arms pretty famous during that time. And he trained Demi Moore and Sharon Stone. And he works me really hard. And there's something about that movement in the area of my hips and the sciatic area and my pelvis, where he's removing the stagnation. And I think that there's a better flow of energy in that area, through movement, through working out, through dance, through sex. I don't know, but there's something that has to do with physically moving that stagnation. And I've had other trainers before that have not been able to help with the pain. They've actually intensified my pain. So whatever he's doing is really working for me. And I'm not as strict as I was with my diet as I used to be. I'm really disciplined with my supplements still. But sometimes, I give I had a cheat night last night where I cheated and I had some pasta. So.
Well, it's funny because I completely agree with you that there are so many people that come through our doors at the clinic that are so strict with their diet, but so stressed, emotionally just not there and really, really sick. And they would say they're completely healthy.
And they would say they're fine. And they would say, you would
Absolutely.
say, what's the emotional cause? And they would say nothing.
Yes.
They say, I don't know. Everything is fine. But it's their thoughts. It's their thoughts.
Oh, it's their thoughts. It's their belief system, subconscious, their relationships. They've just kind of materialized this idea that that's not going to impact their health. Because look, I'm eating so clean. I'm going to the gym. I have the trainer and everything. That emotional side is so important. I mean, listen, my mother's a psychologist. I get she drills people that's so important to your level of health and happiness. If you're not emotionally there, it doesn't matter. You could do all the things in the world as far as physically, but emotions are such. We know that through the HPA axis, through, PNEI system. It's all starts with your thoughts.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of people don't get it. They think medicine is purely physical. It's in a pill. It's only in the surgeries, but we got to change this attitude around it. And I think part of it is producing very natural products because we know that we can have mental kind of issues due to toxins. Toxins impact the brain. They impact how we feel. They impact so much. And if you're not healthy on that level, it's very hard to be a happy person and have good thoughts when we're feeling sick.
Absolutely. You know, back to the HPA access.
Yep.
My HPA access was completely off. COVID started, the lockdown started. I was like panicking. My cat died, my grandma died. And then everything in LA went completely insane. And I picked up and moved to Miami. And hang on one second. But there's some kind of garbage truck outside.
It's not that audible, so you're good.
Okay. So I moved to Miami. The HPA access was completely messed up. And so I started taking Quinton, the electrolytes in the morning.
Minerals,
and I started like taking a lot of magnesium at night. I live on the beach. Like my place is literally on the water. So listening to those waves crash is literally like taking Xanax because of the negative ions and the sound. It's extremely relaxing. And that those three things balanced my HPA access. And what you're saying about the products, look, my products, I can't make claims on them, right? I can't make any scientific claims, but the body oil, for example, there's something very nurturing about putting that oil on, and it has helichrysum in it, which is the highest vibration of all the essential oils. Helichrysum comes from they call it the immortal flower, because the petals never die and they never discolor. So when you pick the flower, it stays yellow forever. Like I visited Salvador Dali's house in Spain, and his original helichrysum filled the house, and it was still yellow and still so fragrant. So it's extremely powerful for anti-aging and for scars. And so when I put my body oil on, it feels like a ritual. Like it feels like I'm nurturing myself, really taking care of myself. I'm hesitant to say the word heal because I don't want anybody coming after me, but it just feels so healing to put that oil on myself. And that's like the biggest feedback that I get from my clients. They're like, this oil has like healed my scars and my wounds, and it feels so amazing and nurturing to put it on. So I think incorporating those rituals into your routine also help the emotional body to heal.
It's all connected. I think nature in itself provides so many of the ingredients, energies that help balance us and help us to optimal health, achieve that. And optimal health, of course, is not just the physical body. It's not just biochemistry. It's the psycho-emotional, that kind of spiritual quantum, consciousness level as well of happiness, fulfillment, and purpose and all of that.